Yaddle Chattle. It's a Star Wars podcast featuring myself, Darth David, Eastside Dave, McDonald, Davey Mac. You know me by many names. I'm the Sith with the gift. I've never figured out a word that rhymes with Sith that I like with that. You know, like host with the most. I'm the Sith with the gift. That's not terrible. We have restarted the Yaddle Chattle because of the Acolyte, where we have decided we will be doing post-show reviews for each and every Acolyte episode, no matter how painful they are. And this episode 4 was another painful one. We're going to get into all of it. If you're wondering where Jedi Jared is, he is around us. His force between the rock, the tree, and you. He's somewhere in the Yaddle Chattle nebulous. But as far as his physical self, no, he's not here. Jedi Jared, I called him. I said, have you been watching the Acolyte? He said, not yet. I'm afraid. He said he was afraid to watch the show. I go, look, come on, baby. You're a Star Wars guy just like me, Jedi. Can't do that. I says to him, you can't do that. You're a Star Wars guy just like me, Daddy. Come on, baby. We got to watch the new Star Wars, don't we, Daddy? And he said, okay, well, I'm a little scared because of the reviews. I said, listen, you got to watch it just for one thing only, the thread. I'm still thinking about it. I can't get it off of my mind how fucking idiotically selfish this Leslye Headland is for fucking trying to goddamn erase the fucking Force and put in the thread. So all of our classic lines of may the thread be with you. I want Chirrut Imwe in the new Rogue One movie. You know, two wonderful characters. Now they're going to have to be, I am one with the thread and the thread is with me. I am one with the thread and the thread is with me. That's hard to say. But I think we need to, you know, sort of like the way George did with the Han Solo Greedo. Let's just put thread in the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy. Oh, and the sequel trilogy. Every fucking Star Wars movie and TV show, we now have to change the word force to thread. So can we work on that, please, Lucasfilm? Let's get the AI on that. Of course, I'm being sarcastic. You don't change 45 fucking iconic years of dogma. And yes, the Star Wars fans do look at this shit like dogma. But here's what I want to discuss for a brief second before we get into episode 4. Because, again, there's a lot of deniability right now going on. That if you have to like everything or everyone, otherwise you have some problem, you have a personality defect, you have a agenda or a political agenda. So let me ask a question. Is no one allowed to have an opinion anymore? I just want to know. I just want to know if opinions with nuance are even allowed. Like for myself, for example, episodes 1 and 2, I really enjoyed. All right, I enjoyed. I won't put the word really, but I was giving them thumbs up. Episodes 3 and 4 are absolute dog shit. Why do all of a sudden people become bad humans when they don't like a third or fourth episode of a show that's really struggling? It's really struggling. I'm not going to put the boots to it right now, maybe later on in this episode, but it's struggling. Can't we call that out? It made me think. I'm a sports fan and a wrestling fan, and maybe this is where people who are Star Wars only fans, they lose touch of reality. I'm going to give you an example. Recently, the Yankees have had some struggling years. Last year, it was a joke, 82 and 80. And a lot of people, a lot of Yankee fans, are blaming the general manager, Brian Cashman. Very similar way to Star Wars fans blaming Kathleen Kennedy. And people are begging Hal Steinbrenner, fire Cashman, fire Cashman. You know what Cashman did? He got his fucking ass in gear this summer. He got Juan Soto from the Padres. He makes a great trade with the Red Sox of all teams, and getting Alex Verdugo to the Yankees from the Red Sox, which is crazy. And he had a great offseason. The Yankees are in first. Now no one's screaming fucking fire Brian Cashman. In wrestling, latter-day Vince McMahon WWE, we're talking 2019, 2020, 2021. It was the worst piece of shit fucking wrestling I ever watched, and I've watched for 40 years. It was worse than the 94, 95 era that everyone talks about. The 94, 95 might as well have been the fucking golden years of Hogan and Macho Man and Piper and Andre. The last 2 to 3 years of Vince McMahon's reign was dog shit. And guess what was happening? Just like the Yankee fans have been complaining about Cashman for the ineptitude these last few years, wrestling fans were saying, Vince, fucking retire and give the reins over to Triple H. Which he never actually did. He just had to get booted out. He had to get fucking kicked out of his own company. And once Triple H took over, the wrestling improved. And wrestling fans called out the WWE at the time. I do a wrestling podcast with my son. So on the podcast, we were saying this fucking shit sucks. Vince, fucking either change it or fucking get out the way. And you know what the deal is with both the WWE and Brian Cashman and the Yankees, why they were getting destroyed? They weren't listening to fans. They were not listening to fans. Vince McMahon was playing I'm old man Vince McMahon, evil fucking piece of fucking shit tyrant, and I know best. So the wrestlers that the fans were getting into, fuck those. Vince was practically like, fuck the fans. If a wrestler got popular, but he wasn't scheduled to get popular, Vince would literally bury that person. So he was ignoring the fans. Brian Cashman, all the fucking Yankee fans for years, get us a left-handed bat, you stupid asshole. You have Aaron Judge, you have Stanton, you have DJ LeMahieu, you have Gleyber, you have all these right-handed bats. Get us a lefty. No, we know better. They finally go grab 2 lefties and Soto and Verdugo. The Yankees are in first place. Disney right now and Star Wars right now is the exact same way. They are latter-day Yankees. They are latter-day WWE under Vince McMahon. They are going like this, putting their head in the sand. If you have a critique of any of their products, you have some sort of personality defect. I am rejecting that across the board in society now. We are allowed to criticize everyone. I come from a belief that all people are inherently good and that every group has fucking pieces of shit in them. But every human, the groups are fundamentally good, and then there are fucking rotten apples that ruin it for everyone. And that's in all groups, all races, all ethnicities, all genders, all sexual orientations, all everything. Good people, and then some assholes. That's it. We don't have to we just gotta relax. I mean, I'm all over the place too. But my point is, Disney and Bob Iger are not listening to the fans. Fuck Kathleen Kennedy. She is a lost cause. She is latter-day WWE Vince. She refuses to listen to the fans. She knows better than everyone now. She just gave a fucking show in The Acolyte. $180 million show. Obi-Wan Kenobi got $90 million. This got double the budget of Obi-Wan. $180 million, and she hired a bunch of people who don't know fucking shit about Star Wars, and they don't. They do not. Leslye Headland, go fuck yourself. Headland. I'm not trying to be funny by calling her Hildebrand. I genuinely thought that. I think if I call her Leslye Hildebrand, you know who I'm talking about, right? What's her fucking name? Leslye Headland. This is where Jedi Jared is nice to balance the evilness inside me, because that's the Sith coming out. Mispronunciations. That's how evil I can get. I will mispronounce Hollywood executives' names. My timer on my phone's going off. I don't know what for. See, the goddamn Acolyte has me all fucking out of sorts. Here, you heard it. You heard the timer going off. For what? What is there, a pot roast in the oven? I ain't cooking shit. My fucking best meal is Cool Ranch Doritos with Kraft singles on top like a nice blanket. You put that in the microwave for 2 minutes, you got yourselves a snack. That's as far as the fucking cooking goes from Darth David. What were we talking about? The goddamn Acolyte. Leslye Headland. She don't know shit about Star Wars, do she? Let's get into the fucking episode. Episodes 1 and 2, really enjoyed the May Osha mystery, and I enjoyed Master Saul in episodes 1 and 2. Episodes 3 and 4 are determined to kill those characters, and they were the only two strong characters in this entire fucking series. They're the only two, they're the two strongest characters, and they're killing them. I'm sorry, but why does Saul always talk like he's out of breath? Master Saul is the Jack Palance of fucking Jedi Masters. I thought he was going to fucking, get one of the Jedis by the shoulders and go, "You are my number one guy." Every fucking thing, Master Saul. "Osha, I need your help to get May. I need your help to get Osha. Master Vanestro, I need your help to get Osha and May." What's the deal? Can someone give him one of those inhalers? Is the guy smoking too many fucking Jedi cigarettes, too many death sticks? That's why Obi-Wan said no. Said you don't want the death sticks. No death sticks, man. Fuck the death sticks. I mean, I'm coughing. That's all due to pollen. Okay, we got a lot of fucking pollen. That's just bright light. You can't even tell what the fuck is going on out there. But I'm telling you, it's raining pollen. God damn it. So I like Saul, but now he's starting to get, Jesus. If my favorite Jedi on the show, Saul, if he is now annoying me a little bit, then I'm starting to actually lose some faith here. Saul, though, is annoying me because of the very one-note delivery now. The whispering Jack Palance. "Oh, we have to go. We have to go get Count Akka. We have to. Quick. Just everything is out of breath. God damn it. As far as May and Osha goes, they're becoming a lost, they're a lost cause too. And I'm going to tell you why. Have you ever met now two characters that contradict themselves more, and they do so in like a fucking minute and a half? Have you seen Osha? Remember at the very beginning of this episode, okay, we get a little Osha and Jecki dialogue. Osha, here's some of the dialogue. She says she resents her sister, but she still misses her. She says, "I like my sister. Well, I don't like what she did." Remember later on with Saul, she's like, look, you guys have to go find May. I ain't going to be a part of it. 30 seconds later, Saul, will you be a part of it? Sure, why not? This is happening. Everything that Osha says, she literally does the opposite 30 seconds later. There is nothing. That is not mystery. That is shitty fucking writing. Leslye Headland, did I pronounce your name correctly? Shitty fucking terrible writing right now. Terrible. It's like people almost don't know how to write dialogue. Like they hired fucking college screenwriting students. By the way, just so everyone knows, I did a screenwriting college course. My ass got an A+. Okay? True fact. I took over 20 film classes in college, always got an A. If not an A+. Every fucking time. That's a true story. I'm not going to tell you what my grades were in, calculus or any of your sciences and maths. You don't need to know that information. You just need to know on the film classes, I got A's, including screenwriting. My college self I could write fucking, next to this, I'd write The Empire Strikes Back. Okay, this is like, whoa. That was just the very beginning of the episode. May and Khmer in the forest. Oh my God, that Khmer guy. Can we get more modern? Can we just have can this show be more fucking modern? I mean, like, can it be more so 2024 on the nose? 2024. Star Wars used to be timeless. It was like Shakespeare to kids. It was fucking King Arthur. It was timeless. This shit is so fucking of the now. 2024. It's fucking sickening. Not for any goddamn fucking reason, political reason, this reason, that reason, nothing. Just everyone's haircut, everyone's way of talking, everyone just there's no epic grand feel to this show at all. It's very dreary and depressing. I thought Master Saul, I like a tormented kind of haunted Jedi, but we saw that in the first 2 episodes. Now he knows Osha and May are alive. Doesn't his personality start to change? Does it get? I don't know. But the same old thing of, out of breath, come with us. They have a Jedi meeting, and everyone's talking about the fact that Ki-Adi-Mundi was there, and he's not supposed to be fucking alive. I don't even give a shit about that. I should. They beat me down. They beat my ass down, is what they did. Do you think any single one of these writers, do you think Leslye Headland for a second did any fucking research at all? Do you think that they went back and really, really rewatched the prequel trilogy, which they should have probably done? Do you think that they, watched any Clone Wars? Which, again, because there's a lot of Jedi council and important decisions. Do you think that they did any fucking research anywhere whatsoever? The answer is fuck no! Fuck to the no! Of course they would fuck up Ki-Adi-Mundi's age, and then now they're going back and saying Ki-Adi-Mundi was older. That's just beside the point. I mean, it's just, I get it though. By the way, that Jedi temple, or council, so what? There's now mini fucking head councils above the main head council? That's why we're not seeing Yoda and Yaddle? This fucking Venestra, she sucks. Does anyone... she reminds me of a green-headed, bald-headed version of the mom from My So-Called Life. Does anyone get that? The mom from My So-Called Life. Always just a fucking nosy, goddamn, just fucking annoying bitch. And just sucked the fun out of the room. That goddamn Mrs. Whatever her fucking name was. Angela's mom. You know who I'm talking about. Angela's mom. The one married to the fucking guy. Grant or whatever. That's who this Vanessa reminds me of. Shave the blonde mom's head from My So-Called Life and paint her green. And she just got the annoying, shut up! This is what you've done to me, Leslye Headland. Vanessa, no. Saul, here's my note. I have very well written notes, and we've gone through notes 1 through 6. I can't even tell you what number 7 was even referencing, But number 7 simply says, Saul is so weird. I believe this was another scene where he was out of breath whispering the entire time. It's like, you're around Jedi. You're like, what are we? I need Osha's help to get May. Like, can you speak up, sir? Can someone give him a goddamn inhaler? The guy needs some fucking oxygen. Not working for me all of a sudden, Saul. I'm still trying hard. Here's what Vanestra says in the Saul. The Saul Vanestra scene is so funny. She goes, I feel like May is part of a bigger plan. Oh, okay. You have my interest. And then the very next sentence, quote, a plan that is difficult to see. Close quote. What the fuck does that mean? You have this strong intuition that she's part of a plan, but then again, you can't fucking see a plan. You have no idea what the fucking plan is. That sounds like online conspiracy theorist fucking whack job. She's got to be part of a plan. Oh, what's the plan? I don't know. This is fucking horrible writing. If my children could write better Star Wars, that's not an insult to them. That's just the fact that they're 15 and 16. They would write better shit. God, Jesus, fudge. I'm still confused about this whole kill the Jedi with the weapon. We go back to Kamir and May fucking in the woods. Not fucking, but walking in the fucking woods. Head. Kamir is an annoying guy. And he's confused about the whole, you got to kill a Jedi without the weapon. You're not the only one, Kamir. I don't understand what the fuck is happening. She has to kill the Jedi without a weapon, but then she threw the knives into one. Knives are a weapon, no? In episode 1, she killed Carrie and Moss with knives. Little small knives. Episode 2, she gave Tommen from Game of Thrones poison. That poor kid can't catch a break. Game of Thrones, he has to jump out of the fucking castle and kills himself. And now this one, he's drinking poison and killing himself. Here's the one thing. Game of Thrones is a hardcore fucking show. Star Wars, we're having the Jedi fucking kill themselves? I mean, that was episode 2, but, you know, it's you can't. Osha asks Saul to read. This was great. Fucking, this is the part that I was talking about, where Osha goes, she tells Jackie or whatever, I'm out of here. You guys got to go find May. She's dangerous. She's dangerous. Take her down. I resent her, but I still miss her. That's actually what she said. And she said, but not with me. I'm out of here. See ya. So she's got the backpack. She's walking, and then there's Saul. Osha. And she, Saul says, we need you. And her eyes light up. She gets perky, and she says, you want me to return to the Jedi? And Saul says, well, no, not officially. And all the joy drains from Osha's fucking face. And she... This is the worst shit ever. Why would Saul turn down a Force user who wants to return to the Jedi somewhere where she did train? And even if I made a prediction that Saul's a bad guy, even if it turns out he's the fucking bad guy, because that's my prediction, folks, and I'm sticking to it. Even if it turns out Saul really is the bad guy, wouldn't he want her to return to keep her close and watch her? So she goes, you want me to turn to the Jedi? He goes, no, not really. And she's like, oh. She then literally says, you're just using me to get to May, aren't you? And he's like, yeah, kind of. And she goes, okay, I'm good with that. Let's go. What? She herself calls out Saul for basically being bait. She knows it. And then she decides to continue on the adventure. Why even say that? Holy fuck, this is bad. And it's not anyone else's issue. It's not fanboy tears. It's not agendas. It's your fucking writing. You're contradicting yourself all the time. This shit is sloppy and stinky. Golly. Here's point number 11. Point number 11. Show is boring. Folks, these last 2 episodes were boring. I was checking the time. This was a 29, 30-minute episode. It felt like it took 4 fucking hours. People used to complain about, the slow walking moment. Not people, but some criticism of Lord of the Rings from, again, 2%, right? Everyone loved Lord of the Rings. But I would hear from, occasionally someone, they walk around too much. This show, it's talking with nothing going on in the conversation, and it's walking, and it's just bullshit. It is a boring fucking show. It's dreary. It's inconsistent. The characters contradict everything they say. OSHA touches what's clearly a fucking bug in the forest. Did any of us think that those were just, stumps? I was like, OSHA, don't touch that. It looks like a giant fucking bed bug or something. It was clearly a bug. OSHA touches it. The thing flies at her. The thing runs away, flies away, or it gets the queen bee or whatever. I don't know if that was the thing, or it got a queen bee. But anyway, queen bee charges at OSHA. Saul goes, I got it. He doesn't get in front of her with his lightsaber. He stands behind her saying, I got it. How you gonna fucking defend someone behind them? So he assumes that OSHA's gonna duck at the last second, and then he kills the bed bug. That's not really, I've got this. No, you didn't. You got lucky that OSHA knew how to duck at the exact right moment. If you got this, or you defend someone, you stand in front of them with your lightsaber, dum-dum. So they're killing Saul. They're killing him. Because they're making him out to look stupid. Jesus. And then we get to the Wookiee house. And the guy, the Wookiee Kalnaka, and I looked it up. That was the guy who plays Kalnaka is the same guy who plays Chewie in modern day Star Wars. Junis, I believe is his name. That was him. May gets into the Wookiee's house. Oh my God, the May Khmer scene. So oh my God, it's good to know that wishy-washiness and indecision runs real strong in the OSHA May family, don't it? Because after doing this fucking 5-hour, 8-hour goddamn journey in the forest with May and Khmer, just randomly out of the blue, she decides to trap Khmer and go, you know what? Change my mind. Fuck this mission that we've been on for the last 8 hours. I'm going to give up. What? So in other words, what was this fucking episode? Everyone just contradicted what they fucking did or said the entire episode. She went on this whole fucking thing, this journey with this Khmer to Kalnaka's house to kill him. And then at the last second, changed my mind. Oh my lordy, OSHA and May are a couple of indecisive, quickly becoming shitty characters. And that's a problem. Because I said last week, OSHA and May I found interesting in episodes 1 and 2. The same with Master Saul. I found a lot of the other characters annoying. I can't afford to have May and OSHA and Master Saul also become annoying characters. Because then for me, all of them are becoming annoying. Yord annoying. Jecki annoying. They're just Khmer annoying. Vanestra, super annoying. So let me get this straight, by the way. You have the Wookiee. May gets into the Wookiee's fucking house, and she looks at him, and he's dead. He's been sliced with a lightsaber. Khmer had to be. If this twist is simply that it's, Khmer is the goddamn thing, and that's it, and he's a Sith guy, Or his name is like General, he's Darth Plagueis Jr. or some bullshit. I don't fucking know. At this point, honestly, we need to root for no connections to episode 1, the Sith, the Jedi. Seriously, I don't want any fucking connections now. Just let this be the biggest piece of Star Wars dog shit since the Star Wars Holiday Special. Let it just exist out there. But we don't want any of this touching episode 1. I don't want, I don't even want Plagueis in this shit. Oh my goodness. So Kelnaka's dead. So now, episode 3, we had all those witches die. We didn't show it. We made a big fucking deal about how special and important this witches coven is, and then we don't show it. Huh? What? What are you talking about? And by the way, you can show death without seeing who's behind it. You could have showed the explosion and not showed who fucking let off the explosion with the witches. With Kelnaka, show a fucking lightsaber going into his gut with a pair of hands. You don't have to show the face. Are you just lazy or stupid? Show the Kelnaka getting killed. If the mystery's important, then just have a couple of hands come out of nowhere and fucking do some shit. Oh my gosh. But it's everyone else's fault, right? It's all the toxic Star Wars fans. Star Wars fans are toxic because you have to like everything. And if you don't, you're the son or daughter of Satan themselves. If you don't love everything we give you, then we hate you. Like, that's the way people are. It's like, hey, man, just love Star Wars. Just enjoy Star Wars. Okay, I'm going to try. Ooh, there's some really, really bad, terrible writing in these episodes 3 and 4. You're a fucking piece of shit. Whoa. Weren't you just telling me to just enjoy Star Wars? I'm trying. I'm just telling you that I don't like the writing. And this just all comes down to execution. This entire episode of Yaddle and last episode of Yaddle, I'm not talking about any of the bullshit. I'm strictly talking characters, dialogue, story. None of it is clicking. None of it is working. The dialogue is fucking dreadful. Characters, like I said, contradict themselves 30 seconds after saying something. There's no pop or spark to the show. It's very dreary. It really is. It's gloomy and it's depressing. It's a depressing fucking show. Now, if you're going to tell me that they're taking this really, really dark in these first 4 episodes so that the last 4 episodes are going to be really uplifting, okay, I'm going to watch them. I'm hoping that we get one more good episode with this fucking show. Just one. Because I said before, this was a make or break episode because we had 2 good episodes. Listen, they were thumbs ups, but on a letter grade, they were a solid B. Episodes 1 and 2 weren't A+ episodes, okay? They were solid B for me. But episodes 3 and 4 are straight up Fs. So now we're looking at a D grade. That's not Star Wars. So we got to figure out what the fuck is going on here. And I got to tell you, before the show started, can I just bring this up? Before the show started, before the Acolyte series premiered, Kathleen Kennedy made all the varieties and entertainment weeklies. She was proud of this quote that she had said to Leslye Headland, where Kathleen Kennedy said, I saw Leslye Headland's script and I said, you've written a great Star Wars show. Now write a great Leslye Headland show. What? So while Leslye Headland is certainly to blame for this piece of shit. Kathleen Kennedy may be also, like, really, really to blame. Because maybe Leslye Headland changed her fucking show, which was a good Star Wars show, according to... No, great. She said, you've written a great Star Wars show. Now write a great Leslye Headland show. Why would you say that? This is a great fucking Star Wars show. Awesome. Let me see here. Let me take your great script. Look at this. Look at this script. Okay, now go fuck that script and give me a script where nothing fucking makes sense that will piss off all the fans. Go for it. So, Bob Iger, we call out to you, Bob. Wake the fuck up. Wake up. I have tagged you in this video when I put it out on Twitter, because I noticed you can be tagged on Twitter. You've been tagged, Bob. You need to sit down and watch these shows now. You have to supervise all Star Wars projects now, Bob. Or fire Kathleen Kennedy and put either a Filoni or Favreau in charge of Lucasfilm. Kathleen Kennedy has shown she is a very good executive in Hollywood. She is not a creative. At the end of the day, Lucasfilm, more than George being a great businessman, was a creative. And he was the guy who could oversee the vision of Star Wars. You need a creative in charge of Lucasfilm. Kathleen Kennedy is not. Make the right decision soon, Bob. Fire her ass. You know, and I think there is a real chance of that happening, because you know that Bob Iger has got to be getting some calls from big Disney stockholders like, what the fuck, man? I can't go online without seeing everyone shit on Star Wars. I know it's not everyone. I know Acolyte has its fans. That's fine, by the way. If you like the Acolyte, I'm happy for you. I really am. I am a Star Wars fan. I love Star Wars, and I have maintained, and I have shown that I'm really more than fair. You're talking to a guy who's not destroyed the sequel trilogy, says he loves Episode 7, liked Episode 8 except for Luke dying at the end, liked Episode 9 because I love Palpatine. Okay? Love Rogue One, love Andor, love The Mandalorian. Liked Obi-Wan, thought it had writing issues, but liked it. Liked Book of Boba Fett. I was one of the weirdos who really liked Book of Boba Fett. Liked Ahsoka. So, my track record is pretty fucking good. Now, for me, Disney Plus was getting under my skin because of the Bad Batch. I was misled. I really had such high hopes for that fucking show and thought we were going to get the A-Team. Instead, they bring a little fucking girl who's the moral conscience, and she's always like, we can't leave this village behind. It was every fucking episode. Oh, sure, that makes a lot of sense. I remember in Saving Private Ryan, the little girl telling Tom Hanks where he and fucking Ed Burns should go in their next mission. Remember that? Where there was the little girl in the French village? Remember the guy who saved her? He then got shot in the fucking head, right? Yeah, because you don't take kids around if you're a fucking group of, badass military men. What? Hannibal and B.A. Baracus babysitting a 10-year-old for 5 seasons of the A-Team. That's something everyone wanted to see. So I started to get really pissed off at the Bad Batch, and now this is a second disaster, okay? And that's why I'm all over it, because this is clearly made by people who they either don't get Star Wars or they want to fuck with Star Wars. And I think people are rightfully like, stop fucking with us, with our shit, okay? I bring it back to the Yankee WWE thing. At the end of the day, the fans are like, look, we're not trying to be dicks. We love your shit. We love you. But ineptitude and drivel is unacceptable. When you're a fan of something and you're used to greatness, stuff that just fucking, is either mediocre, lame, or just kind of shitty is unacceptable. And fans don't need to be, shouldn't have to feel guilty for these opinions. They should be like, Bob Iger, what are you doing to address this Star Wars issue? I'm pissed off at fucking Lucasfilm and Disney because we haven't seen a Star Wars movie in 5 years. And we're not going to this year. You bought Star Wars. No movies in half a decade? Why haven't we gotten one Star Wars movie? Jesus, there's the timer again. That'll do it. That's it. This timer's going off. It's obviously telling me I have to do something. I don't know. I've put on my swimsuit. I'm going swimming. It's very hot here in New Jersey. And I'm going swimming today. Okay. Oh, God, folks. I love you guys. I don't know what's happening here. And I don't know if it's going to get any better. I hope so. I have promised you I'm going to be doing these post-show episodes, and maybe that's how Yaddle will live as a post-show, Star Wars show comes on or good animation that we have to cover, we'll cover it. So I'm going to be doing these Yaddles for the next 4 episodes. Oh, God. I really hope that they're good. Or I hope that Vanestra, Kamir, Jord, Jecki, and everyone else pretty much gets decapitated by someone. Master Saul is behind all of this. He lied to Osha. He lied to May. He told each of them the other one was dead. He's behind all of this. It's all Master Saul's fault. Nearly every single character now is unlikable to me. This is a problem. I'm not seeing anybody that's fun or exciting. They try to make Kamir sometimes the comedy foil, but that don't work. All right, look, that's it. Enjoy the rest of the week. Have a nice weekend. If you have a pool or an ocean or a lake nearby, consider swimming. It's 86 degrees right now. I'm Darth David. Thank you for watching and listening to Yaddle Chattle. We'll be back next week with another fucking episode of this shit. The fucking Acolyte. Until that time, goodbye, I love you. Darth David over and out. Yaddle Chattle!